Hi, I'm Benjamin Hunting with Auto by Tel, and I'm here today with the 2015 Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS. What the sports car geniuses at Porsche have managed to do with this particular model is take the arguably most stylish version of the 911, which is the Targa, and combine it with the most powerful version of the Carrera, which is the GTS. The end result is a car that has enough power to overcome the extra weight of the Targa model, but it's still considerably cheaper than a convertible turbo. Let's take a look at 10 things you need to know about the 2015 Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS. Number 10, the 911 Targa 4's fun but overcomplicated top. Look, the idea of a 911 Targa isn't new. Lift-out panels and glass roofs have been sitting in Porsche showrooms for many years. The 2015 model takes things past the point of reason, however, with its Rube Goldberg automated storage system that scoops the top up under the rear hatchback at the touch of a button. You just pull here, and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait, and wait. And then after the crowd has gathered to watch the spectacle, it's finally done and you can hit the road. It's fun to watch, but it's not so priceless if it's raining. What I find particularly amusing is that the clamshell sticks out so far over the back of the car that the entire process occasionally sets off the parking sensors embedded in the bumper. Number 9, the silver hoop. In keeping with Porsche's retro theme for the Targa 4 GTS, you get this silver roll hoop that looks a lot like the original Targa model's roll hoop, where the extra metal added strength to the car should there be an accident once the pop-out top was removed. You do remember pop-out tops, right? Like the one in the modern Corvette that's made of carbon fiber and that one person can lift out and put in the truck in just a few seconds without any need for a elaborate mechanical process to help them out? Sure you do. Number 8, all the extra gear at a serious discount. Buying a Targa 4 GTS is kind of like buying a Targa 4S and then checking off all of the options boxes, except you get nearly $10,000 off the sticker price in comparison. I don't know why Porsche has decided to make the GTS the bargain version of the Targa, or if you can even use the word bargain when talking about a car that starts at $132,800, but here it is. Number 7 on the list, and I'm going to have to speak up for this one, Sport Exhaust System. It comes standard with the GTS model, part of that standard gear that you get over and above the S, and at the touch of a button, it transforms the admittedly sewing machine-like sound of the 911's engine into a glorious cacophony of just off-throttle noise and on-throttle aggression. It's one of my favorite options that Porsche makes, and it comes standard with every GTS model, and that includes the Targa 4 GTS. Number 6, the power kit. The reason why the Targa 4 GTS makes more horsepower than the Targa 4S is because the power kit option comes standard. Although you won't necessarily find it referenced as such on the Porsche website, the power kit that's included in the GTS gives it a variable intake, gives it a retuned ECU, plus you have the sport exhaust and better cooling. Altogether, it's good for 30 ponies, which is a total of 430 horsepower over the 400 horsepower Targa 4S. Number 5, Sport Chrono. The GTS trim makes the Sport Chrono package standard, which means not only do you get the cool analog lap timer / clock up on the dashboard, but you also get the Sport Plus button, which sets the adaptive suspension in the car to its most aggressive setting, and it also improves steering response. Finally, it backs off the electronic nannies if you want to get a little crazy. Number 4, launch control. This particular GTS car comes with an optional PDK automated manual transmission, and in combination with the Sport Chrono that's standard with the GTS, that means there's a launch control feature free of charge. Launch control allows you to rip off 0 to 60 sprints in the neighborhood of 4 seconds all day long without issue. You also have these paddles mounted on the steering wheel for upshifts and downshifts, and on the downshift, combined with the sport exhaust, you get a crazy blat blat sound as the revs match, and you sound like a superstar to everyone within, I guess, a 10-block radius. Number 3, standard all-wheel drive. Every Targa that comes to the United States is a Targa 4, which means it comes with standard all-wheel drive. By extension, the Targa 4 GTS also offers all-wheel drive as standard equipment. That certainly gives it the extra bite off the line that makes for the incredible 0 to 60 runs, but combined with the added weight of the mechanism for the top, the all-wheel drive system adds a few hundred pounds when compared to the Carrera Coupe. Not only that, but the all-wheel drive system has a small effect on steering feedback, making the GTS feel a little less precise than its coupe cousins. Number 2, the GTS is the most powerful 911 you can buy that still comes with a stick shift. In this crazy mixed-up world that we live in, both the 911 Turbo and the 911 GT3 are PDK only from now on. If you want to shift it yourself, you're going to have to opt for the GTS model. And while the Carrera GTS Coupe might be somewhat quicker due to its lighter weight, both the Targa 4 GTS and any other version of the GTS offer the same 430 horsepower, making them the kings of the stick-shift Porsche 911s. Number 1, Targa 4 or Cabriolet. In a move that's most likely going to spark more soul-searching than has ever occurred inside a Porsche showroom, the company has elected to price both the Cabriolet and the Targa versions of the car at the same price, $132,800 for the all-wheel drive versions. I know what you're thinking. Do I want a real convertible, a true convertible, or do I want an eye-catching open-air car like the Targa that's stiffer than the convertible and will probably handle a little bit better in the corners? Honestly, if you're shopping for a Targa or Cabriolet, you're most likely never going to take this car to the track. But if you want something that's going to stand out in the carpet parking lot, especially when you consider the relative ubiquity of the 911 Cabriolet, the Targa is an easy pick. Thanks for watching this 10 things you need to know about the 2015 Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS from Auto by Tal.